Hey guys, what's up? So I just want to talk to you about a potential smart solution to the issues that are plaguing regulatory frameworks and regulation in general. So we know that a major barrier for wastewater engineering are the complexities of the economic, environmental and social regulatory frameworks that are not designed to effectively facilitate the development and implementation of innovative and alternative wastewater treatment and reuse systems. And the experience of developers in Australia indicates that the level of regulation can be cost-prohibitive and time-consuming. Therefore, these systems don't come to fruition. So factors contributing to this problem include outdated legislation that was designed originally to target the resultant public health and ecological effects of wastewater released into the environment. So there's a lack of standardisation across regulatory frameworks, and importantly and crucially, there are gaps in the scientific knowledge informing the regulation of wastewater treatment and reuse technologies. So I believe that as a result of the numerous uncertainties that plague wastewater management reflected in these factors, particularly in regard to emerging wastewater constituents the best way or the best practice and effective and feasible approach to treat these constituents for recycling and reuse purposes has resulted in the over-regulation of the sector to compensate for under-regulations elsewhere in the supply chain. And I'm talking about the supply chain of wastewater constituents here. So therefore I suggest that rather than continuing to rely on heavy regulation of wastewater treatment and reuse, we should focus on developing regulations that better encompass the entire life cycle of wastewater constituents from product manufacture, so at the source, to release into the environment. And this approach is termed Cradle-to-Cradle. So basically, whereby the regulations are implemented to ensure that products and systems are developed with the end use in mind, and all the negative externalities, i.e. environmental pollution, public health impacts, are designed out of the product or system from the get-go. So you can see this figure here. It shows you what cradle-to-cradle design or a system looks like. And furthermore, this approach would ensure that regulation better extends the polluter pays principle. You might have heard of that before, which is basically those who generate the pollution and waste should bear the cost of containment, avoidance or abatement. And this type of cradle-to-cradle regulation would extend this principle to the manufacturing companies at the source of these emerging contaminants of concern for wastewater, and applying good principles of good regulation to develop international and intergovernmental regulations and initiatives is needed to ensure that these multinational manufacturing corporations are held accountable for the production of these potentially harmful wastewater constituents. Cheers, thanks for listening.
Yeah,